somewhere in the middle of the battlefield, as a pile of warriors' bodies fell to the floor, somewhere in the middle of lightning strikes against the rocks, a mysterious girl in dark robes holding a bloody dagger turns to Qin Feng wondering loudly that he is truly special. After all, with a lifespan 100 times over, and he still managed through the ruins of the ancient gods. But the girl still keeps this artifact, the Eye of Judgment. She turns to the man who apparently repulsed the attack of the hostile creatures. He does not understand. Why did the girl betray him at this moment? He's her brother, and sisters don't do that. She also carries the last name Qin, having the first name Xiao Yu. Yes, it looks like a tsundere, with a strange gold object in her hand and cross-shaped earrings. The sister turns to her brother with a pitiful face, and then corrects herself while clutching the strange objects in her hand. Ahem, Qin Fangs, you're nothing but the adopted son of our parents. How dare he call himself her brother when they aren't even blood-related? In the midst of all this, a man appears to address Xiao Yu saying that she can't speak. And here is this man Xiao Yu calls brother. The man turns to Qin Feng saying that he truly must thank thee. Thanks to him, Xiao Yu and he can obtain a unique magic weapon. And to completely drain his life, this man went to great lengths to insert Soul Reaper's sword into his body. Xiao Yu smiles wryly at his savior, and the man asks what he thinks of this token of gratitude. Feng, with blood on his face, grits his teeth and angrily addresses Xiao Yu, stating that he worked very hard to raise her for her parents to support her. After the game arrived, he took countless risks for Xiao Yu, like fought for her. He truly misjudged his sister. But Xiao Yu is of a different opinion. After her parents left them, Feng completely took control of her life, controlled her, disciplined her, etc. But when her brother Songfer and she needed shelter, Feng were still somewhat useful, but now that the artifact is in their hands, its only value has vanished. The red-haired madman raised his two swords and attacked Xiao Yu, saying that he would take care of Xiao Yu. Our guy started coughing up blood, and then without eyes and without regrets, attacked his enemy, screaming that he would never let him go. But it was too late. Feng's head was chopped off thanks to Song Fei. In 2025, the forgotten game of God will arrive. While a person is asleep, they will be forcibly dragged into the world of the game. The only currency, in-game, is life. Death will cost you part of your life, and killing monsters will earn you life. Players can consume their life to extract skills from the game and bring them into reality. For a strong person, it's no longer a dream to crush a tank with their bare hands, slice an airplane with a sword, or even withstand a nuclear bomb with their body. From then on, the world changed drastically, and disasters spread. He survived with Sister Xiao Yu, overcame numerous hardships, and barely managed to become one of the 100 strongest people in the world. After overcoming countless obstacles and surviving many dangers, he finally managed to make it through the ruins of the ancient gods. He obtained the artifact, the Eye of Judgment. Finally, he qualified to reach the top. But who knew? Who knew he'd get stabbed in the back by someone he trusted? All he got was the betrayal of her only loved ones. It turns out that all her life's efforts were just there for others to point fingers at. It turns out that all her hard work in life has only helped others. But he is not willing to accept it. If he could live again, he must live for himself. The next moment, the beautiful man in his bed wakes up abruptly. He jumps up in a cold sweat and doesn't understand. Am I really in the real world? Am I not dead? The guy also picks up his phone and immediately realizes he's in the year 25. Afterwards, the guy looks outside and realizes he's been reborn. He was reborn 9 years ago, on the day the forgotten game of God was born. After a while, a girl bursts into the room where our hero is, turning to Qin Feng and asking why the hell he doesn't answer a phone call. What the hell is going on? Feng is watching his sister as usual. As expected, on the day the forgotten game of God came out Qin Xiao Yu, and he had a huge fight because of Song Fei. Feng drew these conclusions by watching her Xiao Yu, who shouts that she only wants to support her brother Song Fei. So why the hell is Feng trying to disappear on her? She don't understand how important it is for HS to go and support this boy right now. Yes, Feng at this time explained to us that before the game arrived, Song Fei was a very famous idol, and Qin Xiao Yu was his die-hard fan. Song Fei may seem glamorous on the surface, but in reality, he's a complete scoundrel who secretly deceived many female fans. and took their money and their bodies. Fang. To prevent Qin Xiaoyu from being deceived, he never allowed her to go out with that guy. He never expected that in the end, he would be accused of interfering in her life. At this point, Qin breaks all boundaries and turns to Fang, asking if he's dead, because she's talking to him? Why is he pretending not to hear her? Qin starts yelling that it's his fault, because her brother dropped off the leaderboard this month. Qin starts yelling that if he doesn't give her money this month, she'll give him. At that moment, there was the sound of a slap on the face, and I think you all realize what happened. Fang hit the brazen sister hard on the face, causing the girl to fall to the floor, asking Fang how dare he hit her on the face. Fang at this point turns to Qin Xiaoyu, saying that he doesn't have much time to mentally or physically fight her today. He makes an angry face and threatens the girl, saying that if she keeps barking, he will gag her with another one. He also states that this is money his parent left for him. No matter how hard, but his life has been over the years. He never touched a single cent of that money, and he today pays everything for this one girl. Feng started to leave with a mug of tea to his room and said that for the sake of their parents, he won't argue with this crazy girl. But now he asked to listen more carefully. He, Qin Feng, no longer wants to even look at such a supposed sister like her. After that, Feng closed the door, and Qin started sobbing and holding the place of the blow with her hand. In his past life, Feng had spent too much trying to protect Xiaoyu. There were too many secret places and treasures that required adventure to explore, and he gave up. Now he curious too. Without this burden, now far can he go? While thinking, Feng takes sleeping pills and then continues to think, realizing that this time he'll take the knowledge of the game from his past life and stride ahead of everyone else. Feng turns to Qin Xiaoyu, stating that he will let her prove her worth by herself. He also turns to the bastard Song Fei, promising himself that he will kill him with his own hands. Now somewhere in his subconscious mind, Fang appears absorbed in blue energy. Fang began to look around the circles, the grand hall of professional selection. This gives Fang a great sense of nostalgia, because he remembered the first time he came here and was insanely nervous to complete his profession selection before leaving. This time would be faster. Fang looked back and remembered that in his previous life, he had chosen the warrior class, or, in other words, the tank class, to protect Qin Xiaoyu. Although the warrior class wasn't weak, it's not suitable for his me now. Without the burden of Qin Xiaoyu, his solo leveling speed will be much faster. But mobility is the most important thing he needs, and against this backdrop, he makes a choice. Fang is going to choose the assassin class in this life. At the moment of choosing the class, Fang receives a strange notification. The thing is that the artifact, Eye of Judgment, has already been bound. Eye of Judgment has activated. At that moment, a golden eye appears behind Fang and grants him a unique attribute, Might of Judgment. This grants him the ability of might. When he enters the game abandoned by the gods, he will automatically obtain the highest quality profession and talents. Fang begins to smile. Eye of Judgment. Incredible, this has bound itself for itself, who was reborn. So that's how it works. Once an artifact recognizes its master, it becomes useless, even if it's stolen. Perhaps his rebirth is also thanks to it. But at that moment, dark energy sharply pierces Fang, taking him by surprise. A mysterious voice notifies Fang that he has unlocked the hidden class. Class transfer complete. Fang is notified that the class transfer was successful, and then his hand comes out of the shadowy rift in the middle of the location. A mysterious voice rushes to rejoice Fang. He has become the shadow, receiving a secret class. Fang himself looks insanely pompous against this background, having white hair and fully covered in shadow. Fang, covered in shadow, begins to enjoy the shadow energy, saying that the shadow, it turns out this is the highest level hidden assassin class. Completely different from the warriors of his past life, and it grants such power immediately upon obtaining the profession. Fang begins to enjoy his power even more, revealing to us the truth. When you choose a profession, there is a small chance that you will choose a super hidden profession, and the authority of judgment can actually turn that probability into a certainty. But what exactly is that? Fang started receiving notifications from the authority of judgment again. This is the most real and ancient primordial authority in the universe. Authority prevails over rules and order. Like, you don't have divinity and cannot take the initiative to activate authority for it the moment, but its passive effect is active. Fang himself floats in the air and is energized by the question, is primordial authority that nullifies rules and order? In his past life, I wasn't Unital the 7th year of the game, abandoned by the gods that a strong man escaped from the earth, abandoned by the gods, and arrived in the land of order. That was when humans first learned of the existence of the power of order. But in reality, several years passed and in the end, no one obtained the power of order. Fang never thought it possible. Fang has already obtained the original authority that nullifies order and rules from the beginning. As long as Fang can leave the earth abandoned by the gods, reach the land of order, and obtain divinity, he will be able to activate his authority. It seems he has one more goal in his life. Finally, the system notifies Fang that profession selection is complete. It asks him to enter his game code, but Fang does not yet know what name he will choose. Because his profession is born right in the shadows, he can just call himself Shadow, Fang's code name, Shadow. Now Fang has entered the earth abandoned by the gods. This is a ruined land filled with countless monsters wreaking havoc. The system advises him to be careful. They're ready to tear him apart and steal his life at any moment. Upon leaving the town and slaying monsters, you'll gain tradable life. But if Fang die in the game, half of his life will be deducted. This includes both tradable and non-transferable life. Fang himself appeared in this zone. This is Peace Zone. There are no monsters within. Players cannot attack each other, and the life loss rate is 1 times. People near Fang also appeared and started to panic. One of them had just come home late at night and wanted to sleep, and then somehow ended up in this strange place. And another dude was just eating chicken and then ended up in this game. Fang looked around at them and wondered, have so many people been dragged into the game? Fang also realized that soon strong men from various countries will appear one after another to reshape the world order, and if you want to stay ahead of them, he have to act quickly time waiting for no one. Other players finally paid attention to Fang without realizing what profession he had, because he seemed to have a dagger in his hand. So maybe he was an assassin? But the other assassins were not that cool, not realizing what class he had. At one moment, Fang noticed a spawning circle not far away from him, and 4 people appeared there, realizing that by dying, they would now appear in that place. The people began to panic and shouted without understanding. Is that wild monster too fierce? Can one bite take away half his health? How can anyone fight it? A normal level 1 creeper killed them, and they only managed to reduce its health by 1/3, and people's lives have been reduced by half. The 3 suckers immediately turned to Lisi's sister, asking if she was okay. Fang turned his attention to Lisi, remembering that the archer's starting weapon is a short bow, and she uses a long bow, so it seems she has a hidden profession. So why don't they unite behind it? The monsters out there are very strong, and one person alone can't defeat them. Their theme got annihilated once, so they have experience. Fang mentally laughed, as he said that they gained experience quite quickly. Fang replied to the girl saying that he didn't need to. Lizzie's allies didn't understand. Why was he trying to act like an expert without saying anything? After all, their team of 5 was trying to defeat them, so why is this kid taking on so much? Anyway, they are all in anticipation of Fang's ignominious defeat. Lisi opens the stats window and finds the codename Shadow in Fang's name bar and says that he's very pretentious. Lisi decides to follow him and see what skills he has. As well as Lisi is going to get information about the monsters, he will be fighting to better research it. Lizzie starts laughing in anticipation of Fang dying. Now Fang is moving forward. He is now traveling to a place that has been abandoned by God. This place is way too strange and way too dangerous. Even though Fang don't know why he came here, with his many years of experience as a veteran online game, Fang quickly formed a team. But they never expected that the very first monster from the newbies' village would annihilate their team. That isn't an enemy a level 1 player can defeat. At the same time, Lisi and her team are watching our hero, and they discuss that he has a different weapon, which is radically different from the assassins. He's also much faster than the other dude on their team, and they take note of the fact that he has completely different clothes from theirs. Lisi realized that Shadow looks pretty different, and if she follows him, they might find out important things. As Lisi continued to watch Fang, Fang turned around abruptly, and she immediately felt a huge aura and realized that Fang had noticed them. Fang himself started to use his magic and get covered by his shadows, and then vaporized right next to the gate. This surprised the observers, and they ran up and wondered, how did he disappear right before our eyes? Is this the stealth ability? The initial ability is stealth. What kind of profession is this? Is it that awesome? After people nearby started looking at the gate, I decided to forget it and go back to the city so I wouldn't lose the chance to level up. It's way too dangerous out there. They already died once, so their remaining lifespan has been cut in half. The team also decided to search for hidden chests and try to get hidden rewards or find some NPCs that will give them cool quests. By the way, Fang used latent image. He goes into invisibility, becoming visible only when attacking, and also improves the damage of his attack that takes him out of invisibility. Invisibility Mastery doubles the duration of the invisibility and increases the stealth level by Gia11. Fang realized that they couldn't see him, and his shadow profession is really unusual. The stealth of ordinary assassin is easily exposed at this level, but the unique invisibility skill of the shadow class ensures taught nobody. Even a monster can detect his presence in the early stages. A bunch of naive fools. The starting town won't have anything to boost its power. It just serves as a refuge for players. In this godforsaken game, weak players are prey for monsters. Fang walks a little further, leaving a shadow behind him, saying that the instability is over. And it didn't last long. Fortunately, the cooldown starts the moment invisibility is activated, so user can turn invisible again just a few seconds. Here are our hero's stats at the moment, and we move on. Every player starts with 10 points in each attribute, and different professions grant bonuses based on that. In Fang past life, he warrior only got Gia13 to strength and constitution. This time, Shadow actually gets bonuses in every attribute. Is agility really as high as Gia18? That really surprises Fang. Fang 2 have 5 extra attribute points to allocate. Many players will choose to boost strength or spirit at the start to enhance physical or magical attack power. But that's completely wrong. All available attributes our hero, with a single touch, sends to dexterity, and the system notifies him about it. No matter how many points you add at beginning, any monster's damage will crush the player, and only by boosting your agility and increasing your speed, and you can kill monsters without taking damage. This is the principle of Fang's logic for the early game. At this point, Fang continues walking through the forest. Fang hears the roar of monsters nearby from behind the trees, and immediately turns around to see a monster angrily devouring blue energy. This is a common creeper. In this level 1 world, this red monster has huge red fangs. Fang immediately realized it was a creeper and took it into consideration. He decided to keep devouring life, and it looks like this is the one that killed 4-man team. Now the creeper had successfully attacked Fang. Fang began to think. Judging by the wounds on its body, those people had drained a lot of its blood. Fang successfully dodges the monster's attack and jumps back. The monster takes notice of Fang, who suddenly starts to become covered in dark energy. The monster starts to get even closer to Fang, but suddenly Fang disappears, and the monster starts to swivel his head around trying to find him. Meanwhile, a dark rift appears above the monster, from which Fang strikes it with a sharp blow. Fang successfully kills the creeper and is notified by the system that the kill was successful and that he has gained 10 experience points. Fang can't believe it. He killed the monster in one blow. Now Fang thinks, even though I can dish out some heavy damage by striking the creeper's neck, the damage is way too high. At this point, Fang is notified that if he is not in the enemy's field of vision when he launches an attack, that attack's damage is doubled. This skill is called Backstab, and now Fang sees. Then there's Backstab several class skills activated simultaneously, ramping the damage up to terrifying levels. Fang abruptly stopped talking. He remembered that back in the day, a warrior's critical hit only did 40 damage, and it took forever to kill a creeper, leaving him battered. Yes, in the past, Fang had barely dealt with the monster and gave all the loot to his ally, or in other words, sister. This time Fang decided to take all the loot himself and got 3 days of life. He also got 54 years and 155 days of life that he can't transfer, unlike the 3 days he got from the monster. The 5 of them died, and each lost at least 20 to 30 years of life, adding up to over 100 years in total. After transferring from the creeper, it turned out Fang only had 54 years left. But it doesn't matter. Lifespan isn't negotiable, so it's useless for now for Fang. The authority of judgment is activated. The system has congratulated Fang on his talent. Infinite evolution. Infinite Evolution. Original main talent. When you kill monsters in solo mode, you have a chance to earn evolution points to spend on upgraded skills. Fang will automatically receive 5 evolution points every 24 hours. If you kill a boss-level monster in solo mode, Fang earn 100% of the evolution points. Fang currently have 5 evolution points. Fang was very surprised. He immediately wondered, "Can I improve my skills?" He never heard anything like that in his past life. Whether it's gear or a skill book, no matter what grade drops from a monster, it will always remain at that grade from now on, and nothing changes. Is this the power that transcends rules and order? But still, he asks for a chance to give it a try. He decided to improve his shadow and backstab skills. Okay, it consumes 4 evolution points. Skill upgrade successful. It upgrades shadow from normal to bronze. The duration of latent shadow has been increased to 16 seconds with Invisibility Master. That duration doubles to 32 seconds. Now that's invisible lasts so long he can achieve infinite invisibility. If this skill had been upgraded earlier, even a full health creeper could be taken down in one hit. Suddenly, Fang hears a dude asking to see a skinny dude who was able to kill a monster by himself. That dude sure knew this world was a piece of cake. The girl next to this dude turns to Gangxi's brother saying that he is very cool, because with his build, he can handle even a dozen dangerous monsters. In response, the man laughs and tells the girl not to worry, saying that he will be with her all the time. At that moment, Fang notices a spider above them, and then Fang uses his invisible skill and disappears from sight. This makes the couple think that he was scared of his masculine body, but alas, that's not the case. The fact is that this spider has already jumped on these two and made them shatter into meat. The spider's name is Nurse, and its rarity is bronze. There are also a bunch of small spiders beside it. At this point, Fang remembers that the Nurse is a novice boss with around 1,600 horsepower. It's not something a newbie can handle, especially since there are loads of little spiders under the Nurse's command. But that's for the best. Fang leaps forward and attacks the spider about to use his enhanced skills. Fang plunges his blade into Nurse's eye and makes the monster start bleeding. The spider immediately bounces back because of the blow. Then Fang uses latent image again and goes into Invis. Thanks to the weakness hit, Fang has done 338 damage. Luckily, Fang agile enough. Otherwise, with his 130, he has been killed in seconds. But even though Fang has 120 XP, he can hit for 3 times his health, which Fang with a laugh in his head finds quite freezing. At one point, the brilliant artificial intelligence on the spider starts smashing everything around it. Fang knows he got violent, and these monsters are smart. They won't just stand there while you hit them. It seems to attack indiscriminately around him, and the little spider is on guard so he can't rush up to it. But Fang has an ingenious plan of his own. While Nurse is wrecking the battlefield, Fang throws a rock at her from the floor, dealing 299 damage. Actually, Fang's main sources of damage are the extra attack from breaking invisibility and his upgraded skills. So even if he just throws a stone and it hits the enemy, the damage won't be lost because latent shadow. Fang just wait for latent shadow to finish its cooldown, then throw the stone. The stone will trigger the special effects of breaking invisibility one-hit attack, backstack, and weak point attack. The he cast hide again after waiting for stealth mode cooldown is over and attack again. That's what Fang does with what appears to be the final blow with a small stone. Ding! Meanwhile, a notification sounds in town that the leaderboard is being updated. The only player there is Shadow, who just killed Nurse Bronze rank and was the first to reach level 2. The level leaderboard for Shell Village is now open. Everyone was shocked to hear that this dude killed him solo, because even as a team they couldn't kill this monster. And our team, that was trying to follow Fang, was very surprised that he actually reached level 2 by killing the boss. They can barely kill common monsters as a team, yet he can take down a bronze-ranked boss by himself. Absurd. And even the duo was shocked to see it. They realized that it must be the invisible assassin. At this time, Fang is already absorbing energy from the monster. Once the big spider dies, the little spider will scatter and flee. He is so careless, and he should kill the little spiders first to get more experience. Thanks to this, he gets a skill book, 46 Days of Life, and a Cursed Blade. But who would have thought that it's a ranked boss would reveal this assassin's magical ability? The skill can greatly enhance equipment acquisition. Later on, when you defeat a powerful boss, you have a 20% chance to snag additional loot. Fang remembered that in his past life there was someone in his guild, God of Sin, with mediocre strength, who became the most popular character thanks to his skills, and he even had an exclusive personal bodyguard. Now Fang wondered and asked, even though this skill only has a 20% chance, but if it's combined with his infinite Evo talent, wouldn't that infinitely boost the oods and even the amount of loot? At this time, the events unfold in the real world, where Fang's sister goes with her friend who asks why her friend Xiao Yu didn't call her brother and apologize to him. Yesterday they missed an exam and secretly went to support Song Fei. I guess Xiao Yu's brother must be really mad. At this time, Xiao Yu didn't understand why she should apologize. After all, in her opinion, she didn't do anything. And if it wasn't for him, and now, how could they have missed the entry time yesterday? He should be the one apologizing to her. The girls discussed it once more and forgot about it, then went to school. Coming to the school, Xiao Yu friend could not understand what is happening in their class. For some reason, there are a lot of people gathered there. Coming there among the faces that were shocked, watching something very scary. The girl could not understand what happened to Zhang Wei and why suddenly he became transparent. The man next to her said that he did not know, but a moment ago his brother wanted to sleep for a while and then fell asleep and began to disappear. Everyone was surprised. Oh my God, Zhang Wei's situation isn't an isolated case. It's all over the internet, and it seems people all around the world are going through it. Some experts say that when you fall asleep, you enter a translucent, illusory state, though no one knows why yet. Xiao Yu's friend abruptly starts calling her parents, going to warn them not to sleep. Or what I don't understand yet. Xiao Yu sighs and says that she's not going to do anything like that. She wants her brother to die as soon as possible because she hates him. The sounds of the system, the Hand of Avarice. Evolution successful. Hand of Avarice, bronze to gold. Assassin skills can be used on monster corpses with a 20-70% chance of receiving an extra loot reward. And now he has learned Hand of Avarice Jia 1-2. Yes, Fang now has a huge golden hand available, and by clutching it, the skill Hand of Avarice was successful. He have obtained 2 evolution points, and he have gained 46 days of life. They can be transferable. Fang laughs, shouting that he is insanely lucky. He has obtained 2 extra Evo points. To evolve Hand of Avarice to Jia 1-3, Fang needs 3 points. And it's so awesome soon. Fang be getting 100% extra loot. Fang think that by now, every country should have discovered this issue and more people will join the game. Fang need to speed things up. First, he want to gear up with some useful equipment. Fang starts to put on various equipment, and after he uses invis and starts to think. Soon they'll find out that the skills and gear in this game can be brought into reality. By then, the world will be in chaos. There are 2 conditions that must be met to extract skills and gear. First, he must reach level 10 second. There must be enough tradable life. Killing monsters and meeting both conditions is too slow. He needs to find more powerful bosses. At this time, Fang notices other sounds. Nearby, a level 2 runner monster started a battle with some team. He attacked one person and Fang started laughing. When he was about to nod off, someone handed him a pillow. At this time, among the defensive players, Fang notices Wang Meng. He didn't expect to find him here, and it looks like the rumors are true. They say that when Wang Meng first entered the Forgotten Game of God, he formed a team and all 6 were players with hidden professions. At this time, Wang Meng uses the Holy Barrier and blocks runner's kick. Wang Meng's hidden profession, Sacred Shield Warrior, has starting attributes twice as high as a normal warrior's plus an invincible skill. At the same time, a girl nearby casts a fireball, dealing 70 damage to runner. The mage's prophet spell deals double the damage of a normal mage and comes with a prophetic fireball. The hidden profession of the archers, Sharp-Eyed Archer, boasts twice the attributes of a regular archer and comes with the ability to shoot continuous arrows. The hidden profession of the priests, Oracle Prize, has twice the healing capacity of an ordinary priest and starts off with a group healing skill. All the arrows fly past, and runner successfully completes his attack, dealing heavy damage to Wang Meng. The squad is shocked, and Wang Meng denies what is happening, saying that this boss is way too fast. It's hard to hit him with long-range attacks. The healer is keeping him patched up, while the rest just need to keep attacking. They kill the boss if they have to. Fang heard attack and bleed, and was surprised that Wang Meng was so damn optimistic. Still, Fang realized from watching the battlefield that if the battle drags on too long, it's easy to attract more monsters.